Hey guys, looks like I'm live. I see 3 people watching. That's good. I wanted to come on here today. I know me and Cindy are doing her auction tonight on her channel, but I had been picking up a lot of things that I wanted to share. Hey Des, how are you? My computer is like running. I think it's getting overheated or something. May need to blow out the vents or something on it. So I'm hoping that doesn't cause any disturbance. Hi, Dawn. How are you? But yeah, so we hit an estate sale recently. I've found some other online auctions for like sterling pieces and things like that. So I've picked up a lot of sterling stuff, but I've got some things that are non jewelry over here from the estate sale. You're welcome, Des. I thought you would like that. And yeah, but the clothing, I didn't bring it upstairs to show it or the linens that I got. But if I don't share that in my next video, I might just like take pictures of them, put them on Instagram. They were some oriental pieces and they were really cute. And one of them's like hot pink and has an embroidered geisha in the center of it. It is, Dawn. I hope everything's good with you too. Hey, Angie. Um, Made me so happy. Oh, I'm glad you got your package and it cheered you up. Hopefully, I'll get a package sometime today or tomorrow too. I haven't gotten anything in the mail lately, but well, I did a couple of days ago. I got some of the silver that I had purchased. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started, and I will start showing you. Some of this is from jewelry jars, but I'll tell you this right here. I know are pieces that I got at the auction. Now, I did want to say another thing was that one of the pieces, I set it somewhere to the side. One of the pieces that I got, this was a ring sold to me as sterling silver. And I tested the stones, and they do come up for in the ruby pink sapphire range. So with the color, because that's really, I guess, from what I've learned, the only definition between a ruby and a pink sapphire is the color. I would call this pink sapphire. Those are real, but the ring is not testing sterling. So I was going to reach out to the lady that sold it to me and see what she says. But it is pretty, and it has marcasites in here, and it was missing one marcasite. I don't remember if she mentioned that or not, but I still love it. Thank you, Dawn. This is my second MTV shirt that I've bought lately. I loved MTV as a kid, and I used to sit and watch Beavis and Butthead and the music awards and listen to my music when they actually played music. So I love MTV. And I actually wore my what are those called? Mystic Topaz earrings because they pick up all those colors to kind of go with the colors in the shirt. Hey, Lydia, how are you? So that one I've got to do because I did the scratch test, and you can even see where I scratched it that it's kind of looking kind of copperish underneath. So I'm thinking it's silver plated, but I know she claims to test everything, so I don't know. To ask April if she would mail you one of the necklaces I got in her last auction. Oh, okay. Let's see. So these are some native earrings, and I believe these to be. I haven't done any research on any of the pieces except for messing with them and test it. I'm in love with that gem tester, so I've been putting everything to the test on there, just trying to find out what I had in my collection, whether it was what I thought it was, and pieces that I've picked up, whether or not they are authentic stones or not, and found some of the things that I've bought from other people to be, real stones and stuff too, which was a lot of fun. Hey, Kathleen. Hi, Skywatch. So yeah, these, I don't know what you call this design, but it's cool. Very tribal kind of looking. It is marked tax co on the back 925, and then the numbers on the back, which I believe are associated with maybe the artist or the school that they were done in, from what I've read. But one reason I knew that these were pretty old is because of the closure at the top. You see those old closures like that? That's how you know that they're pretty old. I have some earrings that were Tyrone's grandmother's that have that old hook back like that. And so I knew that these were older pieces. Okay, Kathleen, I can't wait to see if you like your. Kathleen is the first person to purchase a glitterati box. So I'm waiting to see how she likes it because she filled out the questionnaire. And so I tried to pick out some things that fit in the range of what she's looking for. Hey, Cindy. So that's one pair of sterling earrings. Here's another pair that actually had some turquoise in them. They have little turquoise in their dangle earrings and they're pierced. Most of the stuff she puts on these little cards like this. And let's see if these are marked. Anticipation. Exactly. Yeah, these don't have any markings, but again, I'll have to test those to make sure, but they look like silver to me. I'm pretty sure these would be. And that ring, by the way, it's not marked 925 at all. It has a GR inside of a circle and it has Thailand written in there. And all I could find when I started searching that was, I don't know if y'all have heard of these candles, but they're called diamond candles. And they claim that, every so many has an expensive ring in it or something like that, that when you melt the candle down, you'll find the ring inside. A lot of people that had commented on their rings and stuff, the rings that they had found in their candles were marked the same way this one was. So, I'm wondering if maybe that's where that ring came from. Let's see if I missed anything. I didn't. We got 12 people watching. Thanks, guys. I see 5 thumbs up. These are ruby. I got excited when I saw these. I think she thought they were sapphires, but these are definitely rubies. And they're sterling, gold over sterling, but I tested them and they are ruby. And they're pierced like the locking little hoops like this. I don't have a lot of ruby jewelry. I'm not the fondest of gold tones, so I may not keep them for myself. I may put these in the auction, and if no one's interested, then probably list them. But it's hard to come across ruby jewelry for cheap. I know I look all the time. Hi, Kathleen, from This and That. Kathleen had a sweet video yesterday that I watched. She got some nice friend mail. These are also sterling. I think these are like hollow, puffy X's, and they are tax coast sterling. Yeah, they're marked 925, and then have the number on them. But they look like this. They're heavily tarnished, just little weird X's. These I bought in a group of like 3 pair or 4 pairs of earrings for like $10 or something like that. And once they're shined up, those will be really cool. I'm just going to set these back to the side. There's no point in trying to stick it all back down in there. Yes, you are. You're the first one. I'm so excited because we want to get more members in the group. We're sharing, research info and stuff like that in our group, but there's nobody there besides me, Casey, you, and also Cindy's in there too. But we're the only ones that can. Well, you're not in there yet because you hadn't did the Facebook page yet. Now I know who you are talking about, and I'll have to test my rings too because there were a few suspect pieces. Yeah, she says she tests everything, but yeah, be careful because what clued me in was I always, hover the magnet over it, and it started to kind of pick up right there in that area. I said, I better test this right now and find out. This one's marked 925. It is like a handmade piece. It's got the old C clasp and the pin's longer. but it does have peridot. That is peridot and freshwater pearls in there. And I just loved that. I thought that was really pretty. I was going to keep that one for myself. But I think that's an artisan handmade piece, a pretty old one. And let's see. And another thing is, I don't know if I got this ring from her. Yeah, that's all came from the same place. So yeah, I did. These CZs look kind of rough in this one, but that is a piece of citrine in there, and it is a sterling ring. It's just the quality of those CZs, they're set poorly. And so I wasn't like excited about that. It's got 925 and another little mark in there, almost looks like a bell. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a nice piece. You know, it really has kind of a Victorian sort of. I really wouldn't know how to date it though, except they started using. Didn't they start using 925 instead of sterling at some point that we can kind of identify? I think these little hoops here were also part of a 3 or 4 earring set. Yeah, true Dawn, true Dawn. When my acids went bad on me, I went ahead and let everybody know that I was just magnet testing things. That if it was marked and it wasn't magnetic, and I really truly believed it was sterling, then I would tell them it was sterling. But that if they got it, always with me, if you get something and it's not what I said it was, it's not sterling, feel free to let me know, and we will swap it out for something that is, or refund you your money. These are 925 marked, but they're just basic little hoops. I did find I'm going to put these in the next auction. These came out of a jewelry jar, sterling, larger kind of hoops. And I keep reading that hoops are back in, like big hoops. uh, okay, and then we have these here, which again I think were part of that grouping of sterling earrings. So, they're your basic type earrings. Nothing stands out about them, exactly. But it's those everyday kind of wear earrings. These are older screwback sterling. That's true, Dawn. That's true. Let's see. What does the back of this one say? Yep, these are marked sterling on the screwback post there. These stones are just glass, and a lot of pieces from these older time periods that look like this, they did use a lot of just glass stones, because I have a necklace like that, and I think a couple of other earrings and a necklace, but they're just glass stones, but they're really pretty old. Nice shrimpies. Oh, good. Haven't thrown out my big hoops yet. Yeah, that's what I was reading. Me and Casey went ahead and like subscribed to some fashion magazines, and you can get like a year subscription free. A lot of things are like free giveaway type deals. If you go on to Tanya's site, she's got things that you can get in the mail. I love the little dangles. I might wear these actually. But you can get, fashion magazines, at least a year subscription for free. And then we go on there and just keep up with the trends and that kind of thing to get an idea of what we should be buying. These are 925 LT Thailand. And I'm pretty sure that's like hollow there. They're not heavy. They're cute. Anything that dangles. Yeah, I like these. Yeah, the gemstone tester can make the difference when you know, looking at enough stones, you can kind of tell when you think something's real or not, but you can't be 100% sure without, being able to put it on there. And still, even with this tester, there's a range that things fall into. So you can get an idea with knowing the color of the stone and things like that. you can get an idea of what it probably is. Like I said, with the sapphire and the ruby, my hair's still wet. The sapphire and the ruby fall into the same range, but by the coloration is the definition really between the two from what I've researched and watched on documentaries and stuff. Is Cherry Berry? She's not in here. I'm thinking she would love this. It's marked Sterling SC Denmark. So this comes from Denmark, and they're little sterling silver cherries on a brooch, and they dangle like that. They definitely need some polishing on the cherries, but I would leave the leaves like that and maybe just wipe that to give it a little bit of a shine and shine up the cherries. And that's really, really cute. It does have the rollover clasp, and that's where the marking is that says Sterling Denmark, and then it has some initials on the inside. It is? Okay, awesome. They sell some really cool things in those auctions. I know Des is the one that got me hooked on it. But the guy that you bought from, the guy that you had bought from before, I think he did one last night and I missed it. So I was watching it this morning. His stuff starts so expensive, but I see what you're saying. Like his Native American stuff is really, really rare and old, but his stuff is definitely not cheap. This one is marked 925 AFA. And this, I believe, is green onyx. I tested it, and that's my best guess because onyx is not one that's marked on there. It's like you can't use turquoise, you can't test for turquoise and all that kind of stuff on there. Certain things you can't, but that I believe is green onyx, and then marcasite. And you see the bale. These older bales look like that, or sometimes they'll come down and then swoop in and come down. Those are pretty old. Like a lot of the ones I think I have are like Victorian that are like that. I don't know if this one's quite that old, but I would say it's probably from the 20s, I think. Thanks, Angie. Yeah, I love that green. That's first piece of green onyx that I think that I've ever purchased. And let's see. I think this is Taxco sterling. It's a butterfly with the abalone shell inlaid. Some of this stuff will, it definitely will, Purple Lily. I'm going to have a lot of silver because I've got more coming in. Yeah, marked Mexico. And the rest of it's blurry. But it's a butterfly brooch, the abalone. I want to find some of those little conversions to make it a pendant. I need to find some of those. Oh yeah. Yeah, it would. Absolutely. And then here is a pair. I think I bought these by themselves for like 5 or 10. Hey, Swamp Picker. Hi, Jennifer. These are half hoops, marcasite. I love marcasite, especially when it sparkles like that. See, that's the vintage marcasite. It really blings. They called it the poor man's diamond. When I read it online somewhere, that's what they said. But the newer marcasite that you find in some jewelry just does not give off that sparkle the same way. But these are sterling, and they're just, oh, what, they do have another mark besides 925. Let's see. May just be a symbol, though, it looks like. It's just the letter A. So they were just telling me, these are yours, April. These are yours. So I think I will keep them. They're not too big, not too, I can wear these anytime. I feel like these are enough sparkle without being too overly dressy, which I don't seem to care. I do whatever I want anyway. Hey, Mary. I have on my fetish necklaces today. This one's a double strand fetish here, and then I have the single. Let me just do it like this with the little birds. And then I have on this piece that I believe is Mexico. It's got a garnet, amethyst, moonstone in there. Makes a little cross that's articulated. Ooh, I about choked myself. One for you and one for me. Exactly. And this one's mine and this one's yours. And I think this is all a bag of stuff that when I dig it out of the jars and I find like this had turquoise, which is real, but somebody made it kind of wonky. I keep these stones. I'm going to find someone to redesign. And this one had natural stones. Someone to redesign some pieces with all these beautiful stones that I have. This one has that Dalmatian jasper and has one of those cut into a arrowhead shape. That looks like a piece of marble or something. It's very high shine with a little bit of veining in it. Oh, I think I'm freezing. Yeah, there we go. I got it back on track. I have a touch screen computer too, so a lot of times if I end up bumping the computer, it will do that. This one too. This one had some pieces of turquoise. So if I don't like the design like that and it has a cool clasp, I'll put it in this box I have over here full. I can show y'all some of that stuff too, but I have tons of stones. Hi, Geraldine. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell so you can see when I go live. Here we go. So, oh, and I should show what I got from other people too, as well. So I had bought something from Des on her Poshmark store. And it was a beautiful, because I love feathers. So this is for me. And I love silver tone. It's Crown Trifari. Let's see, where's that mark located? Right there. You can see the little cartouche. So that was for me. So she sent this, but she gave me some goodies. We had talked about how I like the perfume bottles, the vintage perfume bottles, but I will find them without the diffuser thing or the sprayer. So she sent me this one. It was still in really good shape. The only one I had found on a bottle before, this had gotten dry rotted and I couldn't use it at all, but this one's in really nice shape. So thank you, Des, for that. And some little pinky pearl earrings here. Got those. And yeah, that was that. And then these came from CC. Let me get this. I got a chain in here. I don't even know. Oh, that was from, I bought a sterling silver chain from Barbie Crafts. So that was a nice chain there. This was a free gift from CC for purchasing that Sarah Coventry piece that I purchased. So this one has starfish and some shells and stuff. And I also purchased that one. I think that's why she sent the necklace, because it kind of goes together. There is a signature inside of here in cursive that I just cannot make out. It's like right up in there, like etched into the pewter. But that one's really cool. But this is the piece that was Sarah Coventry that I got from her. And it's, yeah, marked right there. Hi, Francis. Cethi. Hey, Barbie. And so that is what I think I got from other people's auctions. This was a set that I picked up at the estate sale. So when I got to the end, she was just like 70 for everything I got. So everything you see from that sale, plus some things you won't see, which is clothing that I left downstairs and those linens. Um, this is chips of peridot and freshwater pearls. Now, that's not sterling. I'm pretty certain that's not sterling, but it's still nice. And it had the matching little earrings with it, and it was sitting in this box. So I got that. And which else came from that estate sale? Is this it? No, that's not it. I think. Oh, it's in here. Yeah. In this bag. So this bracelet was kind of cute. It has the prong set rhinestones. Nothing was missing. No discoloration. It's kind of small, so I figure it's a little bit vintage. Not maybe a lot, but a little bit because it's just such a smaller size. Let's see where I'll put that here. This is a Coro pendant. It needs cleaning. You can see I need to clean that. But it is marked Coro up at the top, so that was in there with that stuff. Well, thank you, Misha. I appreciate that. This is an Avon brooch. And it's fairly large. It's the size of my palm of my hand. And it's marked right here. Really good condition. I don't know how old it is. Oh, and some of these things also came from Goodwill because we stopped at that Goodwill that we just discovered recently, and they've been having jars, and they have lots of nice things. Like I've gotten really nice gold pieces and sterling silver pieces from there recently. This one's unsigned, but very cool. I guess that's a parakeet, or I don't know. Everybody that knows about birds, let me know. But it's on it has an older type lobster claw on it. And that's the back of it. It's not signed anything though. But I thought it was cool. I really like that design. Here's something that made me think of Cindy. It's a frog and it has rhinestones. It's got open work there where you can see through it. Silver tone. On just your basic, like a more modern piece, I'm sure, but still cute. I'm feeding him late lunch. This I have a feeling would be Sarah Coventry or Avon maybe, but there's not that little diamond tag or anything else. But if anybody recognizes this as one of those two types of pieces, then let me know, because that's what I think it is. It's either Sarah Coventry or Avon, I believe. Woohoo, froggies. Oh, cherry berry. Searching for jewelry jars. I drove and I drove, got home after 4 p.m., pooped and empty handed. You missed the cherry brooch. I'm going to have to bring that back out and show it to you, unless you did see it. Oh my goodness. This is tangled. This is why you don't stick it back in bags like a dum-dum. This came out of a jar. This one has a 14 karat clasp on it. I know that ring pretty wore out. This is an older necklace, but it's just like when you find those little seed bead with the gold beads, seed pearls with the gold beads and things like this. This one has jade. You got these little white jade, you got the green jade, coral, turquoise, and lapis. But they're just tiny little beads. It's just one of those small, dainty necklaces, but that was nice to find. Bay water for days and nights. I found these at Goodwill. Let's see. That's all of them. They're stretchies, but you have two lace agate, that blue lace agate here. It's like those the chakra type bracelets. They have blue lace agate there. You have a rose quartz, and then you have just a regular quartz bracelets. And they do have like the little Asian knot. I don't know what that's technically called, but I see it on a lot of Oriental jewelry and such. Oh no, Tennessee's underwater. I don't watch the news enough. I probably missed it. I missed your hello pretty lady. Oh, I did miss it. This one has one of those closures you see a lot on what's that newer designer? Not Lucky Brand. That other one. I'm trying to think of it. I just escaped my mind. Oh my goodness, Barbie. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad y'all are okay. I can't think of it right this minute, but I see it a lot on that jewelry. And this has freshwater pearls, which I'm a little bit suspicious about the pearls. They're gritty to the texture, but what I'm noticing is it looks like that's a coating, like a nacre coating or something that they're putting over glass. So I have to be more careful with some of these freshwater pearls. This is some kind of natural stone. I'm not sure, but you can see the striations and different colors in there. And you've got the green. I have to test these. This looks like rose quartz. Yeah, see, all the pearls are gritty, but I haven't tested the stones. Maybe carnelian with these colors. Maybe that's what it is. It's just, it's got more white in this than it does in other places. But this one was nice. That one was from Goodwill as well. Here we go. Here's that jewelry designer that I was just talking about. It's J. Crew. You see what I mean? They always use the big knob with these little rings around the spring ring closure. And this one has the J. Crew tag there and a little turtle hanging from it. Nice chain. The quality of J. Crew to me is really nice. So it's like one of my favorite things to pick up to put into either the auctions or to list on Poshmark, which I need to get some of it listed. I have a whole thing over there with a lot of J. Crew and other designer pieces, but the quality's so nice, like really nice, like vintage jewelry is. We have a leak in our skylights and roof wall will have to be redone too. Always something. I have a whole huge deck back there that's about to rot away if we don't remodel it. I'm concerned about that. Let's see. I don't think I put a magnet to these. Okay, that's what I was suspicious of. Let's see. The cones are not magnetic, but that closure is. So what I think is because I know that I've seen these mother of pearl. They're done like the liquid silver. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strands, nice long length. You can twist these. You can put large pendants on them. Lots of things you can do with this. Gold watch chain was that kind of clasp. That's cool. But what I'm thinking is these cones are original to the piece, but I don't think this closure is. So I'm going to test the cone and see if it's sterling. And I may change out the closure. I don't know yet. We'll see. Because it really doesn't affect anything. The piece is in wonderful condition. And I love that. That's pretty. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Donna. Another piece that I got at this estate sale. Oh, we found the other matching earring to it. My goodness. Where are you? Well, it's down in there somewhere. We'll find it. Oh, here it is. Already pulled it out. So these are turquoise and sterling. There's the little matching earrings. You see the old school nuggety, very heavy with the metals that are in it and stuff. That's what I found on this is the necklace here. It's not quite like those small liquid silver. It's more of like those longer beads. Yep, not magnetic. And it's got those nice nuggety turquoise, like older turquoise. This one's, I think this one's probably 60s or 70s here. Like I like the way the closures are on these and that some of the other ones that I've sold in auction. Yeah, it's a very pretty color. It's got a lot of like, I guess that's the copper because it's looking kind of reddish brown in there. Let me see if I can pick lock that out. There we go. Yeah, some nice nuggety pieces. Angie, you tell me how old is this? This is Monet. This was at the estate sale. Really cool floral type pattern. Marked right there for Monet. And it also has the Monet hang tag there. You think that one's 70s? It's really good condition, really good condition. This lady that passed away, it was her daughter doing the estate sale. And the way, well, I only went after, I think it was the second day that they had the sale, the texture finish. Okay, awesome. That she had a lot of jewelry. She collected jewelry, but she repaired stuff too. So there was a lot of bits and pieces of things around as well. And some of this stuff wasn't any good or anything I could do anything with. Like these, for instance, they were, one of them had a back on it, one of them had already popped loose. But of course, I'm thinking this could be Bakelite, so I'm going to test these. I haven't done that yet. I got a clunky found. They look like noodles, all, but I can glue some more clip backs on them. Or maybe just sell them as is and let somebody do what they want to with them. I don't know. I'm not sure what Bakelite collectors are looking for. This one's unsigned. It's a ladybug, enameled in rhinestones. Nothing marked on the inside. These go with this necklace I'll show you. These are milk glass. They're unsigned as well. This is the necklace that they go with. And it is so cool. This is like a really nice piece of milk glass jewelry. It's got the tassels. It's got that big cabochon there. The beads here. But what kills me is that is newer. It's not that old. So I just don't know what to think unless, like I said, maybe some of these, because if you look at this ring here, it's like silvery. That's gold. I think that's probably original. I think that's been changed out. So she might have changed the closure on that. Because this just doesn't scream new to me at all. Even the construction, these where are they at? The way they band them around like little dangly pieces from things, it's just, that is not new. Can't be. I do too. I love milk glass. That's a cool piece. And you got the matching earrings, which have some discoloration on the back. A little bit of verdigris going on right there. I'm going to clean that off. And then if need be, I'll dip these because they're such a nice set. I'll dip these and get the gold tone back in check. Let me hang that on there. I want to take a picture of that. Put it on Instagram. This piece I just picked up because I recognize it from like some of the 70s jewelry that my grandmother and my mother had in their jewelry box. They did use like natural chips of stone and stuff in there, but they're not sterling. They're just costume pieces. But I thought that was nice too. Oh, Mary, I tried this product called Medallion Gold Solution. You can get it on Amazon. It works for me. Their directions say, you can microwave it and then dip it down in there. It'll tell you everything you need to know about how to go about it. It worked great. It saved this Lucian Picard piece that I have over here that had a little bit of color loss. Let me see if I can get that off of there. This one had a little bit of color loss on it, and I dipped it, and you can see how vibrant the gold tone is now, because you could tell on the back a lot more. It had just a little bit of verdigris going on in here and had lost some of its color, because once that starts to eat through it, it'll take the plating off first, and then it'll start eating into the metal. The chain had a little bit going on in it, and I dipped it in there, and it brought it back to life. It did not take care of the closure. I don't think that's the original closure on there either. But I don't think that's too big of a deal. I can't do anything about that, but I think now the condition is where I can list it. So to me, it's a good product. I'm not saying it's the best thing out there. It's the only thing I've tried as far as plating goes. I have tried the pins, but it's really hard to match up the pins. So you have a piece that's really worth a good bit like this is. I recommend recoating it. And they have a silver tone and a gold tone, and it's real gold and it's real silver plating. No, it doesn't drip off and it doesn't stick to the stones. It only attaches to the metal. It's not electroplating, it's called molecular plating. So it only bonds to metal. I'm going to redo a video on that once I order some more, because I'll gather a few pieces together. It's kind of a one-time use product. If you don't have to use it all at one time, that's great if you got something small. But if you have something really big, or you have multiple pieces at one time, you're going to do those, and then you're going to have to, buy some more. But the products that come with it are a jewelry cleaner and a polish that will last a lot longer than that. This polish will last you forever, which is great. Once you coat the piece, you polish it with that, and it sparkles and shines. And this right here is very mild cleanser that I would recommend on. Thanks, Misha. I would really recommend this when you've got semi-precious stones and even pearls. I wouldn't leave it in there very long, but I was able to put something that had pearls or faux pearls in there, and it did not eat off the coating like the connoisseurs. When you use the connoisseurs, you don't put natural stones in there. It'll mess up the stones, but this didn't do that, or faux stones. I didn't, but it's on there, Purple Lily. It is actually on there to, you can buy this off of HSN. I noticed that, and it may actually be like $1 or $2 cheaper. I can't remember exactly. Ooh, excuse me. And it has to come in contact with this plate. You have to lay it across that plate. So, of course, when I did that Lucian Picard piece, I had to take this metal plate out of there to get contact with it. So I'm going to, I think it's aluminum. I'm going to do my homework. See if I can go to the hardware store, get a larger piece of metal like that. So with these larger pieces, I can lay it across that piece of metal and dunk it down in that solution. You're welcome, Mary. What else was in here? Oh, yes, that's right. 2 more pieces from that estate sale. One was a Swarovski bracelet. You can see the Swarovski swan right there, and it's just those bezel set crystals. And it had an extra one, so maybe she used to have the necklace, or maybe that's an extender for the bracelet, but I'm not certain because it's just the little ring there with the little closure. Don't know for sure. but the bracelet's intact and perfectly fine, so I can sell that bracelet. And then these are freshwater pearl and garnet beads that are like little grape earrings, and they're just gold tone, they're not gold. Don't wear your pearls every day and don't wear perfume with them, I was told. Two was pearls in mild soapy water to get body oils off. Yes, yes, yeah, you want to be careful with that. A lot of times when you find these faux costume pearls, they're saturated in base foundation and perfume, and my goodness, people didn't take care of. Oh, here's some more. Didn't take care of them very well. This came from that estate sale too. I think this is possibly as old as Victorian. It has some little tiny pearls that I don't. Yeah, those are faux, but that stone I believe might be a garnet in the center. And again with the bail, if I can get that in there. You see how that bail looks like that? That's an older bail. And that's the back side. I'm going to replace these little pearls here either with marcasite or some other little, maybe I have some pearls that small, but it'd probably be easier just to replace them with marcasite. And that is sterling, the sterling chain. Let's see. And this one was a rose gold plated over sterling chain that I found because I do have a piece in there that I got from Cece that is the tritone colors. So I think it would look good on that chain. And then here's, I think this one came from the estate sale too. This is an unsigned piece. It's got the toggle closure, but it's a chain with rhinestones. It wasn't missing any, and it's got that hammered effect to it. And those seem to be pretty popular, these type necklaces. I have one that's 25 years old, but I figured for $10 it was worth it. What was it, Adam? Not jewelry related, but if anyone needs a brother label maker. Oh, a brother label maker. There's a model on sale on Amazon Staples for 10. I picked mine up today and ordered. Okay, cool. I think Casey, he uses label makers a lot because he likes to stick labels on everything. He has to be super organized. And then as I was getting up beads for vintage bead, not vintage bead necessarily, some are vintage, some are not, bead lots and things to do a craft sale, you go through your the chain's broken, but you go through your stuff and you find more stuff. So I found a sterling silver with little tiny diamond chips, but a little heart pendant and a sterling chain that's broken, but that can go into scrap silver stuff. It's amazing what you overlook. Like I find stuff all the time when I go back through there for sorting beads. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's see. I think these were jar finds that I thought were pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this was one that I thought was really fun and kind of confusing. If anybody recognizes this mark, I compared it to a Banana Republic because immediately that's what I thought. But I don't think that's the same symbol, but it's got the BR back to back right there. It's just the B and the R back, the facing opposite directions. And it's stamped on, this is like brass, and this is all glass, but it's a festoon style necklace, and I just love it. I love it. Look at the closure. Nice closure on there. It's on string, not wire, but it's really well finished and just a really pretty festoon necklace. Looks like banana to you? Okay. Yeah, to me the BR that I saw on another piece it wasn't facing the same way. I wish there was some more markings, but that was it. Just the little tiny BR stamp there. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to debate if I can give this one up or not. It's all just glass and it's turquoise colored, and I just love it. I think it's beautiful. Let's see. Just some punk stuff that is in good condition. This one was a heavy chain piece that looks like this. It's got some beautiful little accent pieces, but it's just chain. Very heavy though. I think this one was Banana Republic, and I can show you the mark on it, that it doesn't look the same to me. I think this one was the one. Maybe not this one. That was a newer type piece. Yeah, I don't see that tag, so it's not that one that I compared it to, but I do have some other Banana Republic over there. This is a bracelet. These just look like quartz stones, big quartz stones, gold tone, bezel set into there with a toggle closure. But that one's pretty cool. These were fun. These earrings here with the Indian, I always call them Indian beads, little seed beads like that. The other one's in here somewhere. There it is. Get to it. Again, not a good idea to stick it all back down in a bag. But yeah, those are cool dangles like that. I thought those were fun. I think these will be in the auction for sure. Because if they were sterling, I'd put them in my ears, but I can't. Yeah, here we go. Get that out so I can show you. This looks different to me. Where'd you go? Now it ran away, and I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? Oh, well, here's another one of those like native type necklaces that I found that have natural stone. It actually has a little arrowhead, and that stone looks like uncanite. Yeah. And it has the it actually that's not original to that either. Most of these have barrel clasps on them when I found them. My favorite is Cracky. Hey, Sanwana. I just saw one in here that has VR on it. Now it's going to make me dig. Here's another J. Crew. Now this one is on cording, like waxed cording. Might not be the most amazing, but it has that boho style that some people like. Yeah, where did you go? You didn't want me to show you. That's what it is. Here's a cool tassel. Somebody's initial is J. I love these chain tassels like that. This one is not an older piece. It's faux pearl, gold tone tassel, but I thought that was cute. Oh, here's another one. See, I'm finding a lot of these lately, especially at that new Goodwill that I've been going to. This one, I mean, I don't even know. It looks like a dyed shell. It's that vibrant blue, just like you see in the camera. It's really cool. Or dyed abalone or something. I'm not certain. Are they plastic? Let's see. They sound like glass. But they look like they're a layered over some kind of stuff. But it's really cool still. So I'm not going to even try to keep digging for that tag now that it disappeared from me. But I'm going to show you some other things. This is a silk scarf that I picked up. A lot of times, if I don't wear them, I'll use them as backdrops. So that one can be used for a backdrop. I picked up some vintage sewing patterns, and some of them were really, really old. These, I believe, are from the 50s. There's one. Oops. That goes along with it. This one, I'm not even sure. This one's for an apron. You got some cool things. I like that one with the blue things. Yeah, that's cute. This is Laura Wheeler Designs. I guess this was a catalog that you could order from. There's another little, like little overalls. And that somebody wrote 1941 on that one, so that could be about the time that one came out. This one looks 50s to me. This one looks very 1920s. If you see her hairstyle and the cut of the and those little undergarments that they wore, I believe that's from the 20s. I don't know how old this one is. It seems pretty old. Kind of looks like those little baby christening gowns or something, or just little nightgowns and bonnets for a baby. And these had a 1 cent stamp. You see the 1 cent stamp on there? That's not 10. It's just reversed. I don't know if y'all are seeing it the right way or not. And then it's called the Waterloo Daily Courier in Chicago, Illinois. But these were mail order patterns that you would get. And when we looked up, we're not certain, but when we looked up this last time that 1 cent stamp was used was like, what did I say? It was World War One. The 20s are my favorite. Yeah, me too, Misha. Here's another one. One of these patterns, I pulled them out to look at them. One of them is for like a slip, and one of them's for an apron. I want to find someone that can make me one of those aprons with that pattern because I would love to have it. Here's another one that's really old too. You can't see the pattern, of course. This one has, I think this is more for it's like little patches that you would put on things. I think that one looks 50s to me. Whenever they were 20 cents for, or no, that's 20C. They were, some of these were less than 20 cents for a pattern. That looks 50s to me, and probably 50s or 60s there for a men's outfit. But yeah, I've picked up a bunch of those, and I'll probably put some of those in the craft auction. Me and Cindy's talking about doing that Wednesday, right, Cindy? 1890, laugh out loud. Yeah, those two right here, I think were early 1900s, but I'm not positive. Somewhere in there was when the 1 cent stamp stopped being used. Let me put this in here and set this to the side. Yes, Wednesday. So if anyone is a jewelry maker or likes to do multimedia crafts or sews, or you like stampers, the wooden stampers, I'm going to have some wooden stampers. That are, a lot of them are brand new, never used, so you can resell them, or if you use them, whatever. Oh, it will be around 1 o'clock on Wednesday, Purple Lily. And I've got some beautiful faceted crystal beads. I have plastic beads. And I'm thinking I'm going to pull some of these natural stone beads out too and offer those up to y'all. So doilies are so much fun and so beautiful. And I'm sure she made most of these because the patterns, some of those patterns are for doilies, making doilies. This one I'm going to keep for myself to go on the center of my table. This one, I think I will use it as a backdrop photo for jewelry. And that's what some of this stuff will be for too. Oh, good, before church time. Maybe I'll find my shepherd's hook. Oh, yeah. Send out I will. I'll set up the video like I did today, but I'll do it like way ahead of time. This one looks so 70s with those colors, or 60s, 70s. And it's almost like a net around the outside. But I thought that one would be fun for like pictures of something from that time period against those colors. And it's kind of got this swirling pattern in there too. Yeah, doilies are fun. This one is so cute. So cute. And it's dimensional. It's got ruffles, like layers of ruffles. Yeah, you can see it like that. But yeah, they had some really beautiful linens and doilies and clothing that I picked up too. Here's some napkins that I got. These are marked made in Japan right here. They're like a linen and they have that cute hibiscus flower printed on them. There's like, how many of them are there? One, two, three. I've got four, a set of four of these. Very cute. Colors are bright and beautiful. They're so crisp and starched that I don't think they've ever been used. And I know that there's other ones that I got were not used. Here's something cute that needs to be washed, but I don't even know. If anybody knows why that would be there like that, can y'all let me know? This does open up, which I've seen people make things that go down on top of stuff, but I'm not certain what that's for. But it was really cute. And so I picked it up. Can you still get doily stretch or some wonder? The stretch or some wonder in there? Spigot. Oh, this hangs over the spigot. Okay. But what would they dry their hands or it's just to be cute? Mary, I'm not sure. The doily stretch. Do you mean the little rack thing? I had just sold some of those in my last craft sale that are for like needlepoint, needlework or whatever. Dishcloth. So this you would just what you would actually wash dishes with it. Oh, I bet the detergent bottle. Yeah, that would be cute. It's so baby pinky little girl. I thought maybe it had something to do with an infant. Oh, I don't know anything about stretching the doilies. I wash them on delicate and I air dry them. I mean, I work things and I'll stretch them like that, but I'm not sure. I need to do some homework on what that is. How adorable is it as a pot holder? I think. I don't know, but I've been I've been a little bit hesitant to mention this, but I think I'll go ahead and say something. My my oldest son might be a father, so I might be a grandmother. So I'm thinking that if it's a little girl, I've already picked up some things. I picked this up and I picked up a little teddy bear pink made by Lennox little picture frame and stuff. So if not, this will be a cute backdrop thing that I can use. But yeah, that was some news that I got recently. And I just didn't know anything because we don't know everything 100%, but I'm preparing for that. This is another one, and it's got some kind of sparkly green in the center. And that one's pretty too. I could see I could use this one maybe during Christmas or something. But if anybody really wants one and they really like them too, and y'all let me know. I mean, I'd be willing to part with some of them. I have I have a good collection of doilies. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what to say. I've been a little. He's young. He's going to be 18 this year, and so it was kind of nerve wracking. These are some vintage glasses. They have quite a few pairs. I really don't know exactly how old, but they feel at least 80s or something. And I thought I could put these in my store. I know I'm too young to be a granny, but yeah, it's like one of those mixed emotions. You're kind of upset that it happened so soon, but then you want to be so excited because I've been stashing little things for my grandchildren for years now. Yeah, I didn't think I was old enough either. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you think these are 80s? So awesome. They should fit into the fashion for this year. They're, I should have bought more pairs. I don't know where they came from, but the person had them still in the plastic, lots of them. And then of course, whoever owned them had eyeglasses as well. Like, some people don't ever throw their frames away. And I don't know if I can do anything to revive these or not, but they're like a gold tone metal, and they had kind of a cool design to them. If I can clean these up and revive them, I'll sell them, but I don't count them as any kind of loss because, like I said, she bundled all this stuff together anyway. They're totally rad. My great grandmother used to make us little Easter baskets like doilies, but dip them in sugar water to make them stiff. Oh, yeah. 6 pairs of earrings, 1 ring, and 2 bracelets, all magnetic, bringing them to the office tomorrow to acid test. Not, oh man, Des, I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, we need to I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to show her my scratch mark and my test and see what she's willing to do. We got to be careful about that then. What else? Oh, here we go. Here's another thing I want to cover because y'all know how bad I am about being consistent with videos. I wanted to say thank you to Susan Gill. She sent me a Valentine's card. And like I said, I missed out on joining in with the Valentine's things, but I have plans. I'm sending everybody a card with something in there, and I'm going to include 10% off in my Etsy shop as well. And then Peaches, she sent me a Valentine's card. And let's see who else. And this lady, I'm not even certain that I know who she is. Let's see if she told me what her screen name was. Uh, Becky Smith sent me a card. Everybody was like a part of a whole uh, plan to send out Valentine's, and I got lost in the whole mix. From Peggy, I got one. Yeah, Peggy Scott also sent me one. So I have these addresses from where people sent me things. So even though I might not know who they are, I'm still going to send them a card and some candy and a 10% off of my store to say thank you for everybody that sent me something. Yeah, I placed another order with her. So, yeah, I think I ordered 1 or 2 more pieces, but I'm pretty sure the last 2 pieces are going to be sterling. We used to mix glue and water together to dip doilies to make them stiff. Yeah, I feel like I did that with something, not necessarily doilies, but I did that with something to make a solution. Make sure you hit that. Thanks, Des. Um, hey, Lynn. Maybe Becky is painted roses red. Oh, she put roses on there. So, yeah, yeah. Hey guys, I know April won't mind, but don't forget tonight. Yeah, don't forget tonight's auction. I'll be helping Cindy over there on her channel. We're gonna do that at 6 o'clock, I believe, right? Is there anything else I missed? Okay. So while we're sitting here, anybody else has shout outs about something going on their channel or whatever, or anything they want to say or do that's not rude or mean, then go ahead. What kind of crafts? You mean me or are you asking someone else? Barbie. Yep. 6 Eastern, 5 Central. So as I'm going through like what I've been keeping in my little bead hoard, I've got these glass ones that kind of have like a kind of an animal print almost look to them. These are the like big pieces, like the pendant pieces of stone and things that have come off of necklaces and stuff. I have rose quartz and I guess not jade, but why does everything have to escape me? Anyway, rose quartz and that other stone in there. One of them's actually a necklace that somebody restrung onto like fishing line, but didn't finish the necklace. So I find someone that can just restring that necklace on to actual wire and put a sterling closure on it, that would be great. These, I believe, go on a lamp or a chandelier. They're crystal balls on these little hooks because I have a candelabra that has little hanging crystals that go on it. So it's either like a lamp or candelabra or chandelier or something that those go on. A song, sing it, April. My little bead hoard sounds like a title to something. Oh, my little bead hoard. Yeah. Lost the box on the freeway. Now I don't have any. Oh no, San Juana. That sucks real bad. A song, sing it. I don't know a song. Itsy Bitsy Spider. I can sing that one. Here's some. I think these are dyed agate beads. They're on a stretchy bracelet, but I'm not a fan. But once I can have them redesigned into something, they'll be really beautiful. These are some unconite chips off of a stretchy or something. Here's some freshwater pearls I have in here. One of them is that really long flapper length pearl necklace. Best little bead hoard in Texas. There you go. How interesting. You are so knowledgeable, April. Oh, thank you, Mary. These look like those fossilized type stone beads. This one may not need to be really done. It's on wire. It has a sterling toggle. I don't know, just sometimes the designs of things, they have pretty beads on them, but the designs are just kind of, and so I take them apart, or the closure's like not very good. That's rose quartz. This one, I kept these beads together because they were all on a bracelet that had a sterling closure, but the bracelet was starting to break. There's a cloisonne. So those are some pretty beads there. I have this necklace that has milk glass. It's got milk glass little dangles, and it's got maybe bone. Those might be bone there. The reason I don't like it, what was it about it? I think it's missing one somewhere. Yeah, that one right there is missing. So I was like, these would be a beautiful redesigned little necklace with those beads. Have those to the side. These are a bunch of art glass, millefiori, different kinds of beads. This one here has got some swirled patterns to it. Almost looks like blue lace agate, but it's not blue at all. It's white, but I think that's just glass. These were really pretty. So yeah, I've been keeping all this stuff, hoping to find somebody to do that. These are here, little crystal glass faceted beads, or a little surfer girl. Oh, hi, borderline hortish. You can lurk. That's fine. Bead, 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 bead. A little bead hoard. You don't know what you've done. Bead, bead. You don't know what you've done. We have, I think these are jasper and carnelian beads in here. They were on stretchies. At the same time, I got a bunch of natural stone stretchy beads. Those are carnelian beads. I'm pretty certain. I think I've tested most of them to know for sure. The ones that I can test. I have some howlite and turquoise ones in here all mixed together. But I can tell most of the time, some of these are turquoise, some of these are howlite. Like these big pieces, these are howlite. But that'd be a good example of how to show you, which is not always easy to tell. It really isn't. But this is a real turquoise chip, and that is a howlite. But you see how irregular everything that's going on, the pitting, the deep veining, bigger in some places than others. And you see how consistently crackled, like a crackle finish that is. And even with this one, it's very consistently the same. Does not look like turquoise at all. But then you have something like this that's kind of tricky. But I believe because you see that deep pitting and stuff in there, that I think that is. Now these are one of two things. These are either dyed howlite or they are dyed turquoise that's been enhanced in color because the color is starting to fade off of them. I like it. It helps me at least fall into a range of what something might be. And when you actually know what stone you're working with, or you know that you're actually working with a real stone and not a glass stone, I mean, you have more value there. So then your listing prices, you can actually ask the value of the piece. What's the name of your gem tester? I'm using Presidium Gem Tester 2, Presidium Gem Tester 2. It's the one that Margaret recommended on her channel. You can get it for like $230 on Amazon. So when we had our MSP auction, me and Tyrone, that was when I was able to raise enough money to say, hey, I could buy some supplies. So I got the tester, and the caliper has come in handy, the little digital caliper. I bought the gold dip to try that out. And yeah, I was able to get some more supplies and things. Got one for Christmas present. That's awesome. Borderline said, Mary, I see you. How did you get so good at jewelry, Lynn? Well, I appreciate you saying that. Well, I've had a lot of help from other people that were in the jewelry community before I came along. I've always had a passion and a love for that. I sit here like, I know y'all don't see me. I'm not on as often as some of the other YouTubers, but as soon as I buy something, I'm like digging for information. I'm online searching it. I watch documentaries about where to find stones, where things come from. I buy up any books that I come along thrifting or find for a good deal online, and I look through all of those, and then I watch a lot of videos of other people and them sharing things. And if they mention something that I've never heard of before, then I go dig in for information on that and learning about it. I just I suck it up because I love it. I love knowing more. The thirst for knowledge keeps me going, I guess. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Belinda. I've been buying craft lots and busting up broken necklace bracelets, you name it. I busted up sometimes. I even busted up some of my stretchy bracelets for beads. That's right, San Juana. That's where most of this bead hoard came from. I've got some lapis in here and some sodalite too. So I have a lot. I mean, wow, at the beads. It's just, I don't have the patience. The most I've ever done really was like make those little plastic bracelets when I was a kid, or I used to make some guitar pick earrings back in the day just for fun because I liked them. This one may be a howlite that's been dyed. I'm not certain of that stone, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm not that super crafty in like designing jewelry. We got some tiger's eye in here. These are just some pretty glass swirled with white and blue. This was a necklace that I bought online from another reseller, and this is a banded agate. It just needs to be redone because it's on like a fishing line, so it's very stiff and doesn't move the way it should. It has that really nice carved pendant on it, so that one needs to be redone. And then I've kept shell, abalone, bone, and things like that as well in here. That pretty much covers. Well, I've got some beads that I have not cut up in there and bagged up individually, but I've been binge watching tons of YouTubers who specialize in jewelry. I love bling bling, just don't know much about it, but I'm trying to learn. Exactly. That's where I started. Like I loved it. I knew a little bit about the kind of things that I wore or the things that I had in my collection at the time, or things that I had gotten from my grandmother or my mother. I looked that up, and then we inherited his grandmother's estate, and she had lots of jewelry. lots of nice pieces. Hi, Bonnie. And that got me even more interested. So I started digging and looking. And then I had all this cool vintage stuff and vintage jewelry and things like that. And I'd always liked thrifting. I've always liked older things and always had interest in older things. So that's when I decided that's what I'll do. I'll resell vintage items because I love it and I have lots of it. And it's easy to find, at estate sales and thrift stores and things like that. You really have to have passion for what you're doing, which, not everybody always does. They just see it as, well, that's a market that, seems to do well or make money. But if you really don't love it that much, you might not really be that successful at it. So that's just I guess, a thing to consider when you're choosing what you're going to resell. Like, I don't know a lot. I don't know about car parts and mechanical things, but some people make a killing, reselling that kind of stuff because they know about it and they're really good at it. Then he says she's selling off the other green brooches she got. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, the cameo hoard. All right, I'll see you in an hour, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. Vintage is my weakness. It's my weakness too. This is a cute little thing that I got out of a jar when I was digging. It's a little teddy. He's felted teddy bear with, I'm guessing that's a kitty cat. And he has a little patch on his butt. He's marked there with something. I just didn't read him. And maybe he was an ornament or a keychain, but I just let him sit on my desk here now. He's cute. 2002 AGC Incorporated, so I'll have to look him up and see where he comes from. I think I might turn him into a little keychain or purse bob thing to put on my handbags. Thanks, Tanya. But yeah, like I said, y'all don't see me all the time. I hate that I just can't seem to pull it together and make videos on everything I'm doing. But you can always, again, watch me on Instagram when I share things that I'm doing or things that I'm finding. On Facebook, you can always check out what I'm sharing on my Facebook page because a lot of times it comes over from Instagram and posts over there. And I've got to do better at listing some more items. That's for sure. Crafter's dream, all those beads, beads, beads. Well, some of these beads are going to go into that sale. So y'all look forward to that on Wednesday and y'all can have some beads. Yeah, I know. That's what I told everybody. I said MTV was my life when I was a preteen and a teenager. So this is the second one I bought recently. This one I got at Target, I think, when I bought that teddy bear onesie thing. And so yeah, I love a lot of we buy a lot of like the pop tees and just whatever kind of random t-shirts. And most of the time I'm wearing a t-shirt and jeans, but every now and then I do the bougie thing or whatever that Casey talks about. My mom used to get on to me for watching Beavis and Butthead. She didn't like me watching that. How did you know to buy that one ring you had on the other day on your pinky? I think it's diamonds. Oh, good question, Lynn. So I'm looking at it. Number one, the style of the ring, the older cluster rings like that, the way the diamonds are inset. That's my thing. That's the way I like diamond rings. I like that era. I like that time period. So it really stood out to me. And I had my diamond rings on, so I was comparing. I held up mine against that one, looking at the sparkle, looking into the stone with my loop, because I actually did remember my loop that day. And when I'm looking into the stone, I can see inclusions, the little black dots and things like that you can see inside the diamonds. So I could see those inclusions. So I was like, this is not a CZ. CZs do not have those imperfections. They're clear, they're eye clear, and you don't see that. And I got to looking on the inside of the band, no marks, but the construction was, like fine jewelry. And the color, white gold looks different than sterling silver when you look at it. You can tell. Sterling has more of a gray tone to it that a white gold's not going to start to tarnish either. So you're not going to see any tarnish on it. So I was pretty certain. And for 20, they had 20, I paid $21 for it. I was like, hit or miss, it's still a beautiful ring, but I'm pretty sure that, that it is. And yeah, sure enough, they were just going by marks though. I got to talking to her. That's another thing that you can do when you get to talking to people at the estate sales. You listen to them. If they say, oh yeah, I put the magnet to it, I try the magnet on it. If it's not magnetic, then it's sterling. Or if that's their belief, and or they look only for markings and they don't really test anything. That's what she was telling me, that they hadn't acid tested anything there. So I assumed, since it didn't have marks and it looked to be real, that they went with it as being, either they thought it was sterling, so they priced it as sterling, or they thought it was just, they just thought it was costume or something. It's worth, for it to be almost a carat in diamonds and set in 10 karat gold, which can, affects the value a little bit. If it was 14 karat, it would be worth more. It's probably easily, I'd say, around $1,000 to $1,200. I mean, that would be what, when I look up a carat worth of diamonds. You have to think about too, with diamonds, the value is a lot higher when it's one solid diamond, like one large stone, versus multiple stones. Do all real stones have inclusions versus the glass counterparts? You have some that are considered eye clear. So when you look through a loop and into it, you won't see these inclusions. You have to actually use a stronger, like probably more than the 10 times magnification that we use in these loops, maybe even under. I know at one of the jewelers here in town, they have a microscope that they actually put things under. So it would take a more advanced jeweler to look at a ring that was what they call eye clear. But so, not to answer your question, no, not all real stones have inclusions that you can see, but most often, yeah, there's no perfect stones because nature's not perfect. So natural things are going to have some type of imperfection, whether it be the color. That's another thing with diamonds. Diamonds aren't the purest of clear. Like I didn't have it on right now, but I have this beautiful CZ set in sterling silver that when I'm doing a lot of things and I want to wear my engagement ring, but I don't want to wear the real one, I'll wear it. It's perfectly clear. It gives off more of a rainbow effect too. CZs do that, crystal does that, but diamonds don't give off a really bright rainbow effect either in light. So that's another way to tell the difference too. But yeah, you just won't see that in a CZ. You won't see anything because it's made of crystal or glass, depending on what kind of quality CZ it is. Which I prefer the crystal CZs, something made from something like what Swarovski makes versus just something that you would buy maybe at any retail location. Any more questions about jewelry? This is fun. I like trying to help answer questions. And Tanya, tell us about your emerald earrings. I saw that you found some emerald earrings. Man, I love emerald. I don't have emerald yet. Unless it's in like small amounts and something. I don't have like a nice emerald ring would be nice. Oh, I'm on top chat. Let me put on live chat. I might be missing some things. Yeah, Swarovskis are nice, and that's why I love to pick up the vintage pieces. I guess maybe Tanya's not with us anymore, but if you go check out her video, she found some emerald earrings in a jewelry jar. There we go. I don't know if they are real emeralds, but it's set in 14 karat gold field. I found them in a jar. Oh, they're gold field. They could be real stones, but they may be more. I don't know. I'd have to look at them closer to see the picture of them, but they could be. Gold field tends to be a lot of times real stones, but usually it's not high Vanessa. It's not the same like higher quality that they would set in like 14 karat gold. I'm not the stone expert. No, by no means not the stone expert, but I do like to learn more and more about them because there's so many of them. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it's a real stone more than likely. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, like a lot of the gold filled jewelry that I pick up online, they may use freshwater pearls. They may use usually on the lower scale of the semi precious stones, things like that. You're late to my live, but you have a question. Absolute auctions, Sherry Harrison. Absolutely. Oh, yes. If so, what do you think of the pieces? I showed those earlier, Sherry. I did purchase a lot, and I got a lot of beautiful pieces in there. There was just the one ring that I had in question because it's not sterling, and I said it somewhere. Where did I set it? So much jewelry laying everywhere. There it is. There was one that I had bought. The stones were real, but this one didn't test. It's not marked on the inside either, but it didn't do. Look, I'll show you because I got my acids right here. We will do a test. And then I have to go so I can get ready to help Cindy. But you can already see that the color coming off of it is not like a bright silver. Whereas if I scratch something like, let me scratch this one. I'm going to show a comparative test because I know that's sterling. Okay, so one of them has more of a coppery color and one of them's a brighter silver color. And then I use the 18 karat and I look for the milky blue color. It eats this other one right off. Let it sit there for a second. I can already see the blue over here and the other. Let me see if there's a way for me to point this down because I don't want to get the acids everywhere. What am I doing? There we go. Can y'all see that? I don't want to get the acids on my computer, but you see this one here has that blue. They're running together now, but this one, it completely erases it and it's completely gone. So you know that's not sterling. Yes, that is interesting, but I think they will let you return the piece in question. That's good. That's good. As long as they stand by, I understand things happen. So as long as they stand by their promise, that's exactly what I would do. Would offer an exchange or refund of part of the money would even be fine. We wouldn't have to do any extra shipping back and forth. But just so that I didn't pay for something that wasn't actually sterling. Hey, boo. I see you. Hi, April. Been lurking while getting ready for work. Heading out now. Just wanted to say thanks. Great info, delightful items. Good start to the day. All right. Thank you, Kathy. How long does acid last before it goes bad? They say the more that you protect it from the sunlight. Since it came in this bag, what I've been doing this time to try to keep it safe is I've been leaving it in the aluminum packaging that it came in. Last time I took it out, I have a wooden box over there that I use. Like I was hoarding scrap pieces of jewelry that I could take stones and things like that out of. And I kept the acids and some tools and things. It was kind of my toolbox. And I left them in there. Well, I started to go back in there to check things to get the acids out. And it was eating away because it gives off fumes. Like you can smell it. It was eating away at pieces of my jewelry. So do not store it anywhere, excuse me, anywhere near your jewelry. It will eat, it just doesn't have to come in contact with it. The fumes will start to rust and decay your jewelry. It got on my mandrel, and look what it did to my mandrel. And I don't think that was actually contact of the liquid. That was because I had the bottle sitting next to the mandrel. So yeah, it's done that. And my last ones when I bought them, I think they went bad after a few months, like really quickly. And I was like, man, I didn't even use them that much. I didn't get to use platinum at all because, of course, I haven't found any platinum. But I was using the sterling for testing. But since everybody told me that we can easily use the 18K. That's what I've been doing, just using the 18K to test it. Yeah. Thank you, Sherry. Oh no, not Barbara. What are we talking about? I bought some kits. I had better find those suckers. Yeah. 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 Like Tanya said, they don't play around, and I've gotten it on my skin and it burned really bad. Right. Okay. Your magnet test. Yeah, I should be wearing gloves. I'm the mad scientist over here. I don't like following the rules. Oh, Barbara Mandrell. Yeah, not Barbara. Not Barbara. She's blemished. But oh well. She works still. So I'm gonna keep her for a while until I feel like I gotta get a new one, I guess. So I think that covers most of what I wanted to show today. And like I said, I'll do something to where y'all can see these really cool oriental fabrics that I found. That one picture I shared on Instagram is a bongo denim dress from probably the early 90s. I remember my mom wearing bongo jeans all the time. They didn't really make them in big girl sizes, so I couldn't wear them. But bongo was a popular designer in the 90s. And so it's got that cool acid wash. It's got a sweetheart neckline with the straps and an open back. And it's kind of a tight fitting. I think it'll sell well on Poshmark. So I'm going to try to get that listed on Poshmark. And then I found some Bill Blass denim overalls with, they don't have the standard like overall like snap closure type thing. They have like the buttons, and then they have some embroidery of little flowers right there. So I'm going to try those on Poshmark. Yeah, you remember bongo? It was hot around here back then. Oh, or Depop. Yes, Mary, you can use your 18K acid for sterling, and it will make it turn like a milky blue color, and the metal should still be there. It shouldn't like eat it away. So that way you know that it's sterling. And let's see, what else did I find? I found that little dressy, that little 90s dress. It reminded me of like 90210, one of the girls from there wearing that kind of dress. So I was like, that's really 90s. I'll grab that. And I found something for myself. I just can't remember now what it was. Something cool. I might wear it when I wash it and I realize what it was. I can't remember. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me here and hanging out with me. And we will see you over at Cindy's channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Go check me out on Instagram, Poshmark, Etsy, Facebook, Bougie Bear Vintage, just about everywhere. But Poshmark, it's just shortened to Bougie Bear V. And we will see you over there at Cindy's in about 45 minutes or so if you're going to join us for some jewelry auction. So that's going to be fun. All right, guys, I love y'all and I hope to see you soon. Hopefully not too long. If not, you'll definitely see me on Monday. Bye, guys.